So from your all fours, slowly start to lower down onto your forearms. So the elbows are stacked over, the shoulders are stacked over the elbows. You can interlace your hands if you prefer, otherwise bring the hands down to the mat. And then slowly bring your legs back so you arrive in a forearm plank. Bring the hips down so they're in line with the shoulders. The legs are nice and active, and really pull that belly button in. Stay strong in the whole body. Tuck the tailbone slightly under so there's no pressure in the lower back. Take a breath in here. And then slowly tap the knees down to the mat. Really lightly, no weight goes into them. Lift back up to your forearm plank. Squeeze the thighs on. Slowly tap the knees down. Lifting up. Moving nice and slow. So you're moving controlled as you tap the knees. And controlled as you lift up. If it's too much, just bring the knees down to the mat and hold a little hover. Otherwise, slowly tapping the knees down. Bring the hips back in line with the shoulders, stay nice and controlled. Take one more set here. And then slowly lower the knees. Coming back up, so you're essentially in all fours, just on your elbows. You want to have your knees hip-width distance apart. Stay strong through the upper body. Now it's really important here to keep your core engaged so you're not bending through the lower back. The weight will go into your left leg, and you'll slowly start with some donkey kicks. So keep the right foot lifted, the right leg bent, and lift the foot up towards the sky nice and slow. Lowering back down to the knee, and then lifting up. Nice and controlled. Keep that core on so there's no arching through the lower back. Again, if there was something on your back, it would not fall off as we move here. Squeeze the glute as you lift up and lower down in line with the knee. Stay strong through the upper body and keep the shoulders away from the ears. Moving nice and slow. Use the strength as the glute as you lift up and act as if you're going to press the bottom of the foot onto the ceiling if it was close enough. Take one more here. And then allow the knee to arrive back down to the mat. Straighten out that right leg behind you so the toes come down onto the mat. And then doing the same motion but with a straight leg, lifting up, squeezing the glute, lowering down. If you feel that lower back arching, make sure you don't take the leg as high. And notice if that core, the lower belly especially, is staying engaged. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. The spine is nice and long. Taking 3 more here together. 3, 2. Last one, lift it up high to the sky. And this time coming into rainbows, your right toe will tap to the left side of the mat across the body. Come back to center, lift it up. Coming over to the right side. Keep that left hip glued inwards so you're staying steady through the body. Use the strength of the glutes, moving nice and slow. 3 more here. Going either side. 2, moving nice and slow. Last one. Finishing on the left side and then coming back to all fours. Slowly making your way up so that you're on your hands now in your quadruped position. Keep that belly button engaged. Again, the weight is steady in the hands and you're pushing through all 5 finger pads, the pressure's out of the wrist. Keep that left hip glued inwards as you start to lift the right knee up to the sky for fire hydrants. Keep the belly engaged. You'll notice if you start to sway, you want to keep the hips nice and in line with each other. And squeeze as you reach the top. The knee doesn't need to go excessively high, just where you feel the glute engaged. Stay steady through the legs, move nice and slow. And remember to keep your nice, deep, even breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take 3 more here together. Keep the hips nice and in line. 3, lower down. 2, last one, lift up. Come back to your all fours. Now your left toes are going to turn out towards the left-hand side, and we're coming into a supported side plank towards the wall side of the room. So that back foot lands on the mat. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Belly button pulls in towards the spine here. Take a deep breath in and out. And then lift that top leg in line with the hip. Slowly lower it down, tap the toes, lift up. Moving nice and slow. Squeezing through the glute. Keep that side body pulling up and have a slight bend in the elbow so there's no locking out through the elbow. Keep breathing here. Keep that glute engaged. Staying for another 3. Lift up. 2. Lift up. 1. Lift up. This time keep the leg where it is. Point the toe and sweep the toe forward. Keeping it in line with the hip, then flex the foot and take it back. Point the toe, sweep it forward. Flex the foot, take it back. Keep the belly button engaged, the core engaged, so it's only the leg moving, the rest of the body stays strong. Feeling the burn through the glutes, taking 3 more, sweeping forward as you point. Flex, going back. 2 more, come forward. Exhale, take it back. The last one, going forward. Exhale, take it back. Bring the leg back in line with the hip. Reach these fingertips forward. Lift that foot if it's not already. And then tap the elbow, tap the knee. Reach away, keeping nice and steady. Tap the elbow, tap the knee. Just 3 more here. 2 more. Last one, reach away, tap it in, and then slowly come back down. Allow the knee to lie down, and you're coming to lie on that side. Lying down on your side, you can bring your arm out long and just allow the head to relax down. Bend up the knees and make sure the feet are in line with the hips. You can use that left hand as a stabilizer there. Stay steady in the breath, pull up through the side body so there's a gap underneath it, and then slowly start to lift the top knee. Squeeze the glutes, make sure the hips stay stacked over each other, and just allow the opening through the hips. Stay steady as you keep moving here. Keeping those hips in line with one another. We're not here for too much longer. Notice if you're holding the breath, can you stay nice and steady, taking 3 more. 2 more. The last one, lift up, lower down. This time just lift the feet off the mat. Flex the feet so the heels are glued in towards each other. And again, repeat the motion, start to lift the knee. We're just here for 5, 4, squeeze the glute, keep the hips stacked, 3, 2, this time, last one, lift up, keep the legs where they are and start to straighten the top leg. Bring the heel into meet, straighten the top leg, keep that bottom heel lifted, 3, 2, last one, lift up. Now we'll add those 2 together. The heel comes down. The knees glue together. Open up the knees, straighten the leg. Bring the heels to glue, the knees come together. Open up, straighten the leg. Keep those hips nice and stacked the whole time. 3 more. Moving nice and slow, feel the burning through the glute, 2 more. Last one, lift up. Lower the knees down and slowly start to roll over onto your back. Bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Hip width distance apart, shoulders are soft. Slowly start to push into the soles of the feet as you slowly roll the hips up vertebrae by vertebrae, moving nice and slow. Start to lower the hips down again, rolling each point of the spine down. Lifting up, tuck the tailbone, moving nice and slow. Exhale, roll the spine down. 2 more like that, lifting up. Rolling down. Last one, lifting up. Rolling all the way down. Grab the knees, pull them in towards the chest, maybe rock side to side just for a moment to massage out the lower point of the back. Then grab behind the knees and slowly start to rock and roll along a longer length of the spine until you make your way up into a seated position. Making your way back up onto all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, core engaged. Keep the shoulders back away from the ears. And then slowly turn the arms to the eye, the elbows facing forward. And we slowly start to lower the elbows down towards the mat. As they tap the mat, you start to lift back up to all fours. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees the whole time, you don't hinge back. Coming back up. Now if you feel any pinching through the elbows, just bring the hands forward and wider. Feel the triceps really engage, moving nice and slow. And notice between the thumb and the finger, if it starts to lift, really pushing evenly through all 5 finger pads. Staying here, we'll go for 3 more. 2 more. Last one, lower down. This time as you lift up, come to all fours, tuck the toes. And lift the knees off the mat just an inch for a moment. Lower the knees back down, take a tricep hover, the elbows come down to the mat. Lift back up, all fours, lift the knees, hover. Lower down, the elbows lower to the mat. 4 more like that, coming up, hover the knees. Keep that belly button nice and engaged, the neck nice and long, lower the elbows. 3 more, lift up. Lower down, take a hover. 2 more, lift up, keep that core engaged. Shoulders down the back, lower down and hover, no weight into the elbows once more. Lift up, lower down and hover. Coming back